I mean, it's been amazing. It's definitely taken a lot of the unknowns that I had about the program, from how to apply for jobs, where to apply for jobs, getting more jobs, just really taking me to the next level. I would say, jump in head first. It's absolutely worth it. From the coaching, from you to all of the experience of all the other guys, because everybody in there. I mean, you've got some people that do the same thing, but a lot of people have different experiences, whether it be FPV, whether it be doing construction, doing mapping. Like, there's just so many different people's expertise, from people that are just where you are, which that helped me a lot because then I was like, oh, hey, these people also don't know what they're doing. And so it was really, it was really awesome being able to go in with them, um, and just sort of feel like I wasn't alone in it all.
All right, I've got Cody, a client of mine. We've been working together for the last 3 or so months. And hey, first off, I've had a blast having you in the program. Just your participation has been really awesome, and just showing up to the group calls, being inquisitive, being active in the online community, sharing wins, asking for help when needed. It's just been really cool to see where you were at the beginning of the summer and then where you are now. So what would you
Absolutely.
say like your experience has been just being in the coaching program?
I mean, it's been amazing. It's definitely taken a lot of the unknowns that I had about the program, from how to apply for jobs, where to apply for jobs, getting more jobs, just really taking me to the next level. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of confidence in pricing or just where to start really, because I was just getting my business off the ground, and so it really helped elevate from where I was. And instead of me trying to Google and YouTube and trying all these other things, it was just a lot easier, being in the coaching program and having the support that I had.
Nice, that's awesome. What success did you see from being in the program and joining and kind of where you are now?
Definitely an increase of jobs, an increase in the variety of jobs. So I was basically, well, not basically, I was solely doing real estate. And ever since, being in the program, I've got more construction jobs, some inspection jobs and other things like that, I may have gotten one day if I ever figured it out. But definitely a lot faster from being in the program.
Nice. And you're flying the Mini 4 Pro, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
So pretty, smaller drone, but still crushing it,
Yeah.
being able to book.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, had no problem booking any jobs so far. Nobody's really had a problem with it. So
It's great.
yeah.
What would you say like your main takeaway is from the program?
Um, the main takeaway from the program, I think one thing, because there was so much. Just knowing what's out there, um, for a drone pilot. You really don't realize how much potential's out there, how far you can take your business, with just flying a drone, which it's a lot, of course, a lot more than just flying a drone, but there's just a lot of potential, a lot of job opportunities.
Nice. And when did you get the 107 again?
January.
January. Okay.
Yeah.
So you
I should have had it
joined.
I should have had it before then, off the record, but my former real estate team that I was on was like, "Oh, we don't have hours," because they did it too, or he did, and it was like, "I don't think anybody ever checks them." So I was like, I didn't know. I just got a drone, so I was like, "Oh, okay." And so then the more I looked into it, I was like, "Oh, I should really probably have this." So
So you got it in January, and then
yeah,
you joined what in
the very
July, maybe
beginning of June, I think, July,
June?
August. Yes, yes, I think it was like
Okay,
June 10th or so.
gotcha. Okay. So what would you say to like some of the pilots who, I talked to tons of drone pilots out there who are kind of in that introductory stage. Maybe they got their license in the last few months and they've maybe gotten a couple paid gigs, but don't really know how to market themselves or maybe just figure out what might be like missing. What would you say to those guys who are considering the program, but obviously they're weary because it's like, hey, this is a stranger on the internet. Like, can I trust this? Like, is the drone crew a real thing? Like, what would you say to those people?
I would say, jump in head first. It's absolutely worth it. From the coaching, from you to all of the experience of all the other guys, because everybody in there. I mean, you've got some people that do the same thing, but a lot of people have different experiences, whether it be FPV, whether it be doing construction, doing mapping. Like, there's just so many different people's expertise from people that are just where you are, which that helped me a lot because then I was like, oh, hey, these people also don't know what they're doing. And so it was really, it was really awesome being able to go in with them um, and just sort of feel like I wasn't alone in it all.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Just having like people across the country, I think there's like 50 guys now, but
Yeah,
just being able to reach out when it's like, hey, I need support, or has anyone
yeah,
dealt with this? I mean, a lot of those guys have similar equipment, and it's like just being able to say, hey, have you guys experienced this?
yeah, absolutely.
That's cool. I think it's really great just seeing like you having taken advantage of the program, like, because I think
Yeah,
a lot of those group calls, you've been on, and a lot of people that don't show up to those calls or maybe don't engage in the community don't really get to take advantage of it.
yeah.
Um, what was like the thought process behind kind of like prioritizing that and like getting on those calls and being active in the community?
Well, I knew, obviously if I didn't, I would get as much out of it as I put in it. And
Mhm.
so, just sort of thinking from a logical standpoint, like if I'm not on the calls, then, I'm not going to get a lot out of it. Like that was the calls and, of course, the calls and the group both like again, you get as much as you put in it. And so if you're not participating in them, like I'm not going to learn. And so by spending the money, jumping in the course, I wanted to get everything out of it that I could and take my business to the next level. And so I knew that that was my responsibility to do my part
Mhm.
um, to get everything out of what you were providing.
Nice. I love that. That's awesome. Um, what was kind of like your, I don't know, average jobs per week, average money made per week before joining, and then maybe after joining, or once you joined and stuff?
Uh, the weeks that I would have jobs, maybe you know couple hundred maybe. But that would be like 1 week I'd have that, and then I might not have anything for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I might have something again. And then as far as afterwards, anywhere from probably the absolute minimum, maybe $200 a week, to the max, $2,700 a week
Mhm.
now, and more frequent. And it's not like have a job in March and then not another one till May. It's more like I might have a week without them. Like I've got jobs this week, oddly enough, but like there's going to be the remnants of a hurricane coming through. So there's a lot of wind, a lot of rain, stuff like that. But I've still got stuff booked around it.
Mhm.
And so, obviously can't really do too much drone with the weather. So,
Yeah,
but at least when weather's good, I stay pretty consistently booked on and off here and there.
nice. I love that. Well, love having you in the program, man. Definitely looking
Yeah.
forward to just continuing to follow the story and seeing where the business takes you, and
Yeah.
just appreciate you in the program, and sending you a gift basket or gift
Oh,
package soon.
well,
So
thank you.
once I get everything together, we'll
Yeah.
send it out. So
Awesome. That's
thanks,
that's
man.
awesome. Thank you. Well, thank
Appreciate
you.
you.
Yeah. Appreciate you a lot.